When all outer, inner, and secret favorable conditions have gathered together, please make your best effort to practice the precious Buddha Dharma, and do not deceive yourself. This is quite important. However, when engaging in the practice of the Dharma that is like a wish-fulfilling jewel, if you do not understand its true essence, you certainly have no idea of what to be practiced. Therefore, the first crucial step is to clearly understand the entire context of the Dharma path. At the beginning, it is faith and devotion that open the door to the Dharma. In the middle, it is loving kindness and compassion that mainly should be cultivated on the path. And in the end, it is the welfare of all sentient beings that will ultimately be accomplished. At the beginning, there are three kinds of faith: the vivid faith in the jewel of the Buddha, the eager faith in the jewel of the Dharma, and the confident faith in the jewel of the Sangha. Regarding the jewel of the Buddha, if you fully understand the unequaled qualities of the Buddha in terms of his wisdom, compassion, and power, and then give rise to a pure and joyful mind, such an attitude is vivid faith. Regarding the jewel of the Dharma, if you truly wish to end suffering and its cause as taught with the Four Noble Truths, to further actualize the path and reach its destination of the cessation of suffering, such genuine intention is eager faith. Regarding the jewel of the Sangha, if you firmly believe that the Buddha's followers are the most sublime among all living beings, including gods and humans, because they are endowed with two types of qualities, such conviction and trust in the Sangha from the bottom of your heart is confident faith. The two types of qualities refer to accomplishment and liberation, meaning that the Sangha accomplishes the pure precepts and qualities of meditative experience and realization, and that they are able to liberate themselves from misconduct. In the middle, you must focus on the training of loving kindness and compassion as your main practice. Among them, loving kindness is the wish that all living beings may equally attain happiness and its causes, and compassion is the wish that all living beings may be free from suffering and its causes. Some religious or spiritual traditions declare that desire, anger, or ignorance is a spiritual practice. All of these are indeed the incorrect, unrighteous path and should be forsaken. Although some other traditions advocate that compassion is the only path to follow, they use kindness as an excuse to defend their own interests while holding animosity toward others. This is just superficial kindness. Some others extend their compassion to all human beings but exclude all animals from their concern. Again, this is not genuine compassion. Buddhists, however, are trained to be compassionate to each and every living being in an unbiased manner, wishing all beings together with themselves to equally attain happiness and to be free from suffering. Hence, the path of Buddhism is the supreme one. In the end, what is the ultimate accomplishment in Buddhism? It is to place all sentient beings in the state of peace and happiness. In order to achieve this goal, to free all beings from suffering and to grant them happiness, rely only on the Buddha Dharma. Except for spreading the wish-fulfilling jewel of the Dharma taught by the Tathagata and making it flourish, any other methods cannot accomplish this purpose. The Buddha Dharma is twofold and consists of the Dharma of transmission and the Dharma of realization. Both those who uphold the Dharma of transmission through teaching and listening to the doctrine, and those who uphold the Dharma of realization through practicing are called the venerable upholders of the Dharma. Other than these two types of individuals, no one else can be called by this name. Our root teacher Buddha Shakyamuni aroused the supreme bodhicitta at the very beginning, kept accumulating an immense amount of merit over 3 countless eons in the middle, and achieved the perfect fruition of Buddhahood in the end. The ultimate goal of this whole process was to establish all sentient beings in a state of permanent peace and bliss. He was the one with great compassion and loving kindness, and was also an expert in all aspects of skillful means. In order to achieve his goal, the only thing he did in this human world was to propagate the Dharma of transmission and the Dharma of realization. Likewise, you should follow in the footsteps of the most compassionate and kindest Buddha to listen to and teach the Dharma of transmission and to practice and accomplish the Dharma of realization.